Ball State's entrepreneurship program is flying high tonight. Good evening, I'm Melissa Cordial.
And I'm Dustin Grove. U.S. News & World Report released its college rankings this evening, placing the university's entrepreneurship program among the top in the nation. NewsCenter's Brian Days joins us with tonight's top story.
That's right. Ball State is nationally recognized for an academic program. U.S. News & World Report put Ball State 7th in the nation for the Cardinals entrepreneurship program. I had a chance to talk to students about their thoughts on the accomplishment.
It's great. I always like hearing good things about Ball State.
I think anytime your school can get a program ranked in the nation, that it's a good reflection on your school, and it'll probably help draw more students to Ball State just because they've got such a highly ranked national program.
Anytime we're ranked in anything, I find it pretty awesome because it gives us bragging rights for anything like academics and sports teams, so I find it great.
When I found out that we were ranked 7th in the nation, especially in something academic, I was so excited.
The rankings for yourself at www.usnews.com, then click on 2002's Best Colleges, followed by clicking on America's Best Colleges. Once again, that's www.usnews.com. Massachusetts Babson College placed first in the category. Back to you, Dustin and Melissa.
Thanks, Brian. Ball Memorial Hospital is building a new cancer center, but they need help from the community to do it.
That's right. NewsCenter's Mandy Vandergriff reported on how they are raising money for the Ball State Cancer Project.
I'll tell you, I got it done.
That is outstanding. Isn't that nice? So much.
So why'd you come out here today?
Thanksgiving Sarah Ann or pennies.
Just like Michaela gave pennies in memory of her Aunt Sarah Ann, others dropped pennies in the bucket for their loved ones.
I lost a mother, a brother, and 2 aunts to cancer.
Oh, I had a sister-in-law die from cancer, but
CP and Kelly's quest for winning pennies at the Minnetrista Cultural Center in Oakhurst Gardens in Muncie until 7 o'clock tonight, out to collect 1 million pennies for the Cancer Center at Bayh Memorial Hospital.
WMDH Radio is collecting change to make a change at Bayh Memorial Hospital with the Bayh Cancer Center. Breast cancer survivor Stacy Merritt sees the center as more than just a place to get treatment.
With the Cancer Center, it's not only a facility that's being built at Bayh Memorial Hospital and utilized by so many people, but it's going to bring awareness, education, and hopefully prevention.
Outstanding is the word Cancer Services Director Barbara Cox uses to describe the developing Bayh Cancer Center.
Their physicians get their chemotherapy if that's what they're getting, or their radiation therapy. They may go to educational classes, support groups, use the library, go to the boutique.
However, centralizing services will cost $10.5 million. All to be done in private donations, most coming from Muncie's 2000 Millennium Group, who donated $8 million to the cause.
Do something, adapt a project where they can live, give a legacy to the community.
Mara is thankful for her services at Bayh Memorial Hospital.
You know, a lot of times I say to people, I'm almost thankful that I had cancer. And people find that really odd that I say that, but the experience has been truly overwhelming. The people that I have met, the relationships that I have formed has just been outstanding.
The community has raised the stakes to 3 million pennies from the original quest for 1 million pennies, and it still goes on. If you would like to make a donation, you can get in touch with Bayh Memorial Hospital. I'm Mandy Vandergrift reporting for NewsCenter 43.
The Cancer Center came one step closer to completion tonight when WMDH Radio presented a check to Bayh Memorial Hospital. NewsCenter Nicole Samuelson was at the Muncie Mall for the presentation, and she joins us live in the Update Center with more.
Nicole, this had to be an exciting time for the radio station, WMDH, and also the Cancer Center, right?
Yes, it was, Dustin, especially for hospital officials who are anxious to begin process on the new Cancer Center. Administrative Director for Cancer Services Barbara Cox expressed her appreciation for WMDH's efforts.
Great. It's made me feel really good, and the staff at the hospital that work with cancer patients and the physicians, that we have this much support in the community for our cancer program.
Not only did the campaign raise approximately $35,000 for the center, but it also raised cancer awareness and stressed the importance of education and regular checkups. Bayh Memorial Hospital has more information on support groups and free screening opportunities available in East Central Indiana. For more information, you can call Bayh Memorial Hospital at 747-3111. Back to you, Dustin and Melissa.
Thanks, Nicole. Property taxes in Delaware County may be going up. According to the Muncie Star Press, the auditor's office says the county is nearly $4.9 million below its maximum property tax levy. But in order to keep the county projects next year's budget proposal will call for an $18.5 million property tax increase. The county is also cutting its budget to help this situation. Nearly $1.2 million from county funds will be cut. But this still won't prevent the tax hike. The final budget hearing takes place next Wednesday night.
Next week, Muncie will host a conference to discuss issues facing other small cities and its size. Scholars, urban planners, and community leaders will be all on hand to discuss economic, historical, social, and other problems facing cities with populations of 40,000 to 100,000 people. The week-long conference begins next Friday. Organizers say if it all goes well, it will become an annual event. And a nice day for that probably wouldn't be too bad either.
Well, they're going to have a nice day, but next week down in Kentucky, or actually this Saturday,
right?
Yeah. It's going to be a great day down there too for the Cards that are heading down that way. Right now we're looking at some rain in the morning. Other than that, though, should be a beautiful day for some football. 87 degrees with just a slight breeze, nothing too bad. What's it going to be like here on Saturday, though? Stick around. I'll get to that a little bit later.
All right. Well, thanks, Ryan. It sounds like it's going to be a great weekend.
That's good.
And sorority recruitment is just around the corner.
Elbert All from the Ball State Daily News will be here in just a few seconds with a look at that. But first, we're going to go on to something else here. As the Fighting Cardinals kick off another football season, David Letterman seems to be in full gear as well. During his show on Tuesday night, Letterman commented on his hope that Ball State would name their stadium after him. NewsCenter's Amy Wiekert has more on this. Amy?
Well, Dustin, Letterman is once again poking fun at the Ball State Cardinals.
And here's the first highlight. It's the coin toss before the start of the game. They flip the coin and
Won the toss.
Ball State has won the coin toss. That's the only highlight for Ball State.
Letterman's remarks have raised many questions as to whether or not he truly wants the stadium named after him. Although some believe that this is just typical Letterman sarcasm, others feel that the alumnus' feelings are truly genuine.
I think if Letterman wants a stadium named after him, then he should go to some of the games and root the team on.
I think he's worthy of the name, but the fact that he won't give any money towards it pretty much tells me that I don't think he should get it.
I mean, if he's willing to contribute $3 million, then why not do it? Otherwise, he should just move on. I mean, if he wants to keep making comments on TV and stuff like that, they're funny, so why not do it?
I know a lot of football players, so they really don't have too big of a reaction about it, the ones that I've talked to. And I don't think it's that big of a deal at all.
No matter what fans may feel about the situation, it is business as usual for the Cardinal football team, who take on Kentucky this Saturday.
And one of Indiana's U.S. senators is concerned that the government is carelessly dipping into Social Security Trust Fund. That's why Senator Evan Bayh says he's encouraging some of his fellow Democrats to push for restoring billions of dollars back to the trust fund. According to Bayh, the Congressional Budget Office estimates $9 billion in Social Security funds that could be spent on other things this year. Bayh does acknowledge not all government officials agree with this assessment. He says real numbers will be available in January.
Well, it's not looking good for Anderson's Hoosier Park. Attendance and wagering at the horse track continues to decline. It's down 19% from last year, and that's not the only thing owners of the park are worried about. Competition is just around the corner. In fact, Indianapolis Downs in Shelby County is scheduled to open in December of next year. The owners of the park, though, at Hoosier Park, blame the decrease in part from different racing schedules.
And when NewsCenter at 9:30 continues, we'll tell you about an unusual dress made by Mexican President Vicente Fox.
Plus, tensions in the Middle East continue to climb. We'll have that and more after the break. Stay with us.
At East
Central Indiana, there is only one place to turn for local news.
About 2 million Serbian residents.
Ball State has gained national attention.
NewsCenter 43.
America's
and Rule 7. We're okay on time now, guys.
Clouds begin to form.
Muncie's only live TV newscast.
Reporting live.
Only live.
On Saturday as we go to the
An
highlight.
official CNN Student Bureau. NewsCenter 43, Monday through Thursday at 5:30 and 9:30 on Burr's Channel 43.
And now sorority recruitment is just around the corner.
Elbert All joins us from the Update Center with a look at tomorrow's Ball State Daily News tonight. Elbert?
In tomorrow's Ball State Daily News, we'll have a preview of Ball State sorority events. Also, students are questioning new technology funds. Find out what they think. And we'll give you a preview for the upcoming football game as the Cardinals face the Kentucky Wildcats. These stories and more will be in tomorrow's Daily News. Melissa and Dustin?
Thanks, Albert. Software giant Microsoft will not branch out into several smaller companies, and it's all thanks to you, the consumer. In a news release this morning, the Justice Department said it won't break up the company in an effort to get prompt, effective, and certain relief for consumers. The decision also means that Microsoft can continue to bundle various software programs in its Windows operating system. And Mexican President Vicente Fox visited members of Congress today in an unusual address on Capitol Hill.
President Fox spoke to a joint meeting of Congress, a rare event for a visiting head of state. Elaine Keano has more from Washington.
Mexican President Vicente Fox received a warm welcome during his address to a joint meeting of Congress.
The time has come for Mexico and United States to trust each other.
President Fox emphasized trust as his theme, calling it a necessity between the U.S. and Mexico on several fronts: the drug war, trade, and immigration.
Trust in dealing with migration entails reaching common ground to address the status of Mexican migrants already working and living in the United States.
With millions of undocumented Mexican immigrants serving as a labor pool for American businesses, President Fox is pressing for an immigration agreement with the U.S. by the end of the year. One possibility, an agreement that would combine temporary worker privileges with permanent residency.
Regularization means that we will provide them with the legal means to allow them to continue contributing to this great nation.
If somebody is willing to do jobs others in America aren't willing to do, we ought to welcome that person to the country.
But the Bush administration could face strong resistance in Congress, where some members oppose any amnesty for illegal immigrants. In Washington, I'm Elaine Quijano reporting.
Some encouraging news tonight in the fight against AIDS. Harvard researchers say they've had success with an experimental vaccine given to monkeys who were exposed to lethal doses of the virus. The monkeys have been able to survive with no signs of the illness for more than a year and a half.
The death toll in the Middle East is rising. An Israeli helicopter attack killed 2 Palestinians. The helicopter fired missiles at a vehicle carrying Palestinian activists near the West Bank town of Tulkarem. This attack could threaten efforts to organize Israeli-Palestinian talks. The European Union is trying to arrange a meeting next week between Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat and Israeli Foreign Minister Shimon Peres. And Ryan, it was a beautiful day today.
Warmer than average, I believe.
Oh, it sure was. High of 84 today, but will that trend continue? Stick around. I'll let you know after the break.
Hope so.
Well, good evening and welcome back to News Center 43. Let's go ahead and start you off with a look at today's weather almanac. Nice day out there. 84 was our high. Today's low, 51. And if you'd like to get up tomorrow morning to watch the sunrise, you should do that at about 6:15. Hey, here's some of the highs around the state today. Evansville, it came in at 89. Indianapolis, 86. Fort Wayne, South Bend came in at 83 apiece. Lafayette at 86 degrees. And Muncie, of course, like I said, at 84. Currently out there right now, it's not sunny. That's bad. It's wrong. It's actually about 71 degrees. And it's a pretty nice evening. It's actually just a couple clouds overhead. Here's the big picture. We've got some rain moving into Indiana right now. Other than that, just some isolated showers across the nation tonight. And in fact, down here, actually, we'll show you that in just a second. Here's a little bit closer look at the rain that's coming into Indiana. This line right here should be hitting Muncie, a little bit around maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, but it's not going to be that bad, so don't worry about it too much. Tonight, though, like I said, that rain's going to start moving this way, bringing that cold front with it. It's going to cool us down a little bit, but not too much. In fact, here's the lows for tonight. 60 degrees across Indiana, 70s to our direct south. And in fact, right here in Muncie, we should see 67 with a possible thunderstorm. Not likely, though. If anything, it's just going to be some rain. Wind should be out of the southeast at about 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow morning, look to be mostly cloudy with a temperature of 67 degrees and just a real calm wind, 8 miles an hour out of the south. Tomorrow, that rain's going to come closer. Some of it's going to get to us, though. And that is going to get us a little wet. The highs around the country tomorrow, 80s for a majority of the United States, some 70s out to our west. Tomorrow, they'll look for an isolated thunderstorm or maybe just some rain. High of 83 degrees and a wind out of the southwest at 14 miles an hour. Guys, I hate to do this for you, to you actually. Got some rain on Saturday and Sunday, though. Monday looks absolutely gorgeous, though, 75. And take a look at that. Whoop, actually, there it is for that football game down in Lexington, Kentucky. Look for some rain in the morning. But for a 12:30 start time, should be gone.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Sports is next.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that big Ball State Kentucky football game. Sports is coming up next.
Didn't say anything like that.
The Ball State football team is looking to do something they have never done before. The Cardinals actually have a chance to knock off a team from a major conference. The Cards have a chance to pull the upset against a subpar Kentucky team this weekend. The Wildcats have lost 9 in a row, including last week's 30-6-10 pounding they suffered at the hands of Louisville. Evidently, the Wildcat football players aren't big Dave Letterman fans. They're still searching to find out who Ball State is.
I don't know anything about them, but regardless of, what they've done in the past, we got to go out and have a good game. We need to get the win under our belt.
I don't have a clue about them. I don't even know their nickname. I really don't. But I do know that if we play like we played today, there ain't a chance in the world we're going to win.
The Ball State football team isn't the only Cardinal team in action this weekend. The women's volleyball team travels to Madison, Wisconsin to take on the third-ranked Wisconsin Badgers, Northern Iowa, and St. Louis in the Wisconsin tournament. The field hockey team takes their perfect 2-0 record up against Iowa on Saturday. Game time is 1 p.m. at home. Also, the Ball State women's soccer team will try to improve upon their 2-0 start with games tomorrow at IUPUI and Sunday at Indiana State. And college football tonight, IU trying to improve on many bad seasons. Could they do it? Taking on NC State, the quarterback getting rushed. He throws it up. Willie Wright with a beautiful one-hand catch here, putting NC State up 6-0. Randall L. and Tommy Jones switching QB jobs at IU. Randall L., he should have stayed at receiver, though, tonight. He fumbles the option here. NC State recovers. Things only get worse for IU. Their kicker, Andy Payne, a punt is blocked. NC State recovers in end zone. Troy Graham. And NC State is up late in the fourth quarter, 35-14. He has been watched all summer long, and he's now in a league that so few have ever been a part of. Barry Bonds hit his 60th homer today, putting him in a class with such names as Babe Ruth, Roger Maris, Sammy Sosa, and Mark McGwire. His homer helped the Giants win today and keep them tied with the Cubs for the wild card race. Chicago and San Francisco don't play each other the rest of the regular season, so their fates will be decided by other teams. It may be the offseason, but the Indiana Pacers front office is hard at work. The Pacers signed free agent Carlos Rogers to a deal. He has spent the last 2 seasons with the Houston Rockets, where he averaged 4.6 points a game and 3.6 rebounds a game. Rogers, a 7-foot, 245-pound center, should add much-needed size to the Pacers' front court. And that will do it for a very busy day in sports.
Some added height.
Yes.
And not a good day for IU.
No, not at all.
Okay, that's enough of that. Hey, coming up, Ryan Miller will join us with a last look at your forecast for the weekend.
Plus, we'll introduce you to an Amish community in northern Indiana that knows a good bargain when they see one. Stay tuned. So, Ryan, what do you have for us?
Oh, I've got a great surprise. Tonight, looks like it's going to be a great night out there, about 67 degrees. We could see a thunderstorm, probably not, though, if anything, just some rain showers, low of 67, wind out of the southeast at about 7 miles an hour. Tomorrow morning, look to be mostly cloudy, temperature again of 67 with just a real light wind out of the south, also at 8. Tomorrow, we could see some more rain coming back in, high of 83. And for that 3-day forecast, looks like we're going to have some rain overnight on Sunday overnight on Saturday into Sunday. And for that football game on Saturday, look for it to be a good one.
All right, thanks, Ryan. In the heart of north central Indiana lies a place of contrasts, a quaint Amish community with one of the biggest summertime businesses anywhere.
Keith Oppenheim takes us 130 miles northwest to Shipshewana, where once a week there's one very wild and noisy auction.
They come by car and by buggy, hunting for the right item, waiting for an auctioneer to sing out the right price. It is commerce amidst cacophony, Amish amidst English, a place of contrasts. For every Wednesday in Shipshewana, Indiana, as many as 11 auctioneers gather at the big barn and simultaneously sell until virtually everything here is gone.
It's just something I've been looking for. I like the oak. The drawers looks like they're in pretty good shape.
Lots of antiques here fetch high bids, but there is room for the outlandish, the nostalgic, and the downright weird. Yes, those are false teeth.
I'm here almost on a weekly basis. I can sell anywhere from $2,000 to $15,000 a week, depending on what I have.
The auction began here in Shipshewana nearly 80 years ago. A flea market eventually grew around the barn. A flea market that now has 1,100 vendors and is considered the largest in the Midwest. So what you have here in Shipshewana is different kinds of buyers. Some who are hunting for the bargain and others who are willing to take their chances.
So the variety that you can find here and the cross-section of people, as well as merchandise and the volume, all of it plays together and creates an experience for everybody that walks in here.
In Shipshewana, Indiana, I'm Keith Oppenheim reporting.
All right, Shipshewana, it's actually really exciting. I've been there.
Me too. Every single summer for 16 years, my grandparents took me to that place.
Wow,
They
all
have good
right.
ice cream, though.
Well, thanks for joining us for NewsCenter at 9:30. I'm Melissa Cordial.
And I'm Dustin Grove. NewsCenter 43 is an official CNN Student Bureau. Be sure and tune in Monday at 5:30. Have a great weekend, everybody.